What's happening to YouTubeverse? It's your boy Darkularity, and thank you for tuning in to another update for Icarus. Now, this week's update is week 72 update, explosive bullets and improved recipes. So I think that's going to be pretty exciting. I kind of glanced over it. Looks like we're in for a bit more this week than last week, so that's fantastic. So craft the new explosive bullets using volatile material and get 5 times more ammo per ingot with our new improved recipes. So that's pretty cool. Week 72 is here and brings a revamp of our bullet recipes and the introduction of our first explosive bullets. Explosive bullets. That's so cool. I want explosive arrows. I love arrows. I haven't used guns too much. I did a long time ago, but I haven't. And the main deterrent really was the cost. Arrows cost you, practically nothing, and bullets were always so expensive. So this may be a game changer for me, man. I might start using firearms. So craftable at level 30, explosive bullets add a new variation to your firearms with the new volatile material resource introduced to create the recipe, and usable across rifles, pistols, and shotguns. That's so cool. You can have pistols with explosive ammo? Like, how cool is that? I mean, I get for shotguns, but even for rifles, explosive ammo, oh my god. But like, look at the graphic. Like, the bears are just gonna get destroyed. So good. We also added ammo casings to the bullet recipe requirements, giving players 5 times more bullets per ingot invested. That's pretty good. I believe they used to be 1 ingot per 1 bullet, and I was like, no, not happening. I'll use arrows. Finally, we've deployed even more elements to our fishing bestiary features for the upcoming Galileo as we draw ever closer to its release. Jump in and have a read. Oh, we are gonna read. Like, look at this. Look at this. Guy's just taking aim and boom, blown. I don't even know what that is. I think it might be a bear that's like standing up. I have no, maybe it's another player. It's hard to tell, but like it explodes. So good. All right, so bullet recipe revamp. We've revamped our bullet recipes in lieu of our introduction of explosive bullets to provide a more granular and realistic resource investment that decreases the cost per bullet overall. This includes a new item, ammo casings, which are crafted using iron ingots. Ammo casing comes in stacks of 5 at the cost of a single iron ingot. So this changes the flow. So the old recipe, yeah, there you go. So it used to be 1 iron ingot to 1 bullet. The new recipe is 1 iron ingot to 5 ammo casings, and you get 5 bullets. So, I mean, from 1 to 1 to 5 to 1, that's amazing. Like, that's so much better. For specific recipes, this replaces the use of the ingot to create a single bullet to give ammo casings, giving you 5 times as many bullets per ingot invested. To balance this out, rifles now take 2 gunpowder opposed to 1 to offset the cost reduction in ingots. Rifles now take 2 gunpowder? Does that mean rifle bullets? Or does this meant to say bullets now take 2 gunpowder? I'm not sure because I haven't really used them. So, I mean, it doesn't make sense that rifles would use gunpowder. I'm thinking that they meant to put bullets there, but I don't know. The only difference is shotgun buckshots, which now have this recipe. So the old recipe used to be 1 copper ingot, freaking copper, man. Copper with everything. But 1 copper ingot, 6 gunpowder, 1 epoxy was 1 buckshot. Now it's 1 ammo casing, 5 copper nails, 6 gunpowder, and 1 epoxy for 1 buckshot. So you still, I can't remember. I think it's 1 copper nail to 10, or 10 copper nails for 1 copper ingot, right? So it's cutting it kind of in half here for that. So that's still good. Here's a graphic showing the volatile substance here added onto the end after gunpowder. Right on. Explosive bullets. I'm excited to read about how this is going to work. So explosive bullets have been added to the ammo pool and can be used across pistols, rifles, and shotguns. So cool. Honestly, I keep saying that. I'm just so excited for it. I want to blow some stuff up. I might be, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to use them. I'm going to try them. Best believe that. So explosive bullets have slightly reduced projectile damage, but make up for it with a lot of explosive damage that is dealt in a radius with a fall off, potentially hitting multiple targets within the radius. See their breakdown below. Okay, so before I see that breakdown, you know where I think this is going to be useful? The most useful is in missions where you have to defend, like if you're scanning an area, right? For a mission where you got to drop down the radar scanner or whatever it's called, and you're scanning and you have wolves and you have bears and you have komodos and you have all this stuff coming in at you. Being able to damage like multiple creatures at the same time would be useful. But you know what? If they all aggro on you at the same time, that could be pretty dangerous. But I still think it's going to be cool. So the pistol explosive round, 50 projectile damage, 200 explosive damage, and a 200 radius or 400 radius. So that's pretty cool. Rifle explosive round, 200 projectile damage, 300 explosive damage, and 500 radius. And the shotgun's 20 projectile damage, so not a lot of damage, not a lot of explosive damage at only 50, and a 350 radius. So rifle's definitely going to be your best bet for the explosive bullets in terms of maximizing your damage, right? The shotgun, 20 projectile damage and 50 explosive damage. I mean, I feel like that could be better. I feel like that, because like, how's a pistol gonna do more damage than the shotgun? And like, how would even a rifle do more damage than the shotgun? Like maybe, you know, lower the range of this. I mean, I don't know. I feel like that damage is a little bit low. I bet you they changed that. So the recipe is restricted until you reach level 30 and can be crafted in the machining bench. This requires a new resource. The volatile material has its own recipe at 2 gunpowder, 2 oxite, and 2 spoiled plants. Spoiled plants? Okay. Which can be applied on top of a standard bullet to craft the explosive variant. Volatile material can be crafted at the mortar and pestle and the chemistry bench, and it'll only be volatile for 10 minutes. Oh, interesting. So you have a time frame in which you have to use that to create bullets. So you don't want to be like starting the crafting of your volatile materials, go away from base, do some mining, whatever the case is. You're going to want to make sure that you have all the materials ready for your ammunition when you start crafting your volatile material. We've also updated the frag grenade recipe to account for this new resource. So instead of 10 gunpowder, it now uses 2 volatile substances. A more accurate reflection of the realistic recipe. Okay. In addition, explosive damage and the radius of explosions are now completely stat driven and is now visible on the grenade and Larkwell explosive arrow. Oh, there is an explosive arrow. See, I didn't know that. Like I said, I haven't gone super far into this game. You guys are watching the furthest progress I've made. If you guys are keeping up the videos or watching the streams. So the grenade, it used to do 200 damage and 1500 radius. Now it does 1000 explosive damage. That's a big jump. That's an extra 800 damage, right? Same radius. And the ballistic arrow, 200 explosive damage and a 500 radius. 300 explosive damage, and so it's even gone up too. That's cool. I didn't know that there was a ballistic arrow. Now I wonder if that's something that you get from the ship. I don't remember seeing that in the blueprints, but I'm gonna have to look again because I want to use ballistic arrows. Does it say? I'm sure it did. So the frag recipe. So I wonder if the arrow. So it doesn't look like the explosive arrows recipe was changed at all. So the arrow's kind of staying the same as what it was before, and I don't know what it was. Okay, Galileo progress. Galileo is drawing even closer, and this week's work has been on adding more elements to the features we've already discussed before. Fishing has received a few more species, giving players even more to catch, record, display. Even also been iterating on the fishing mini-game mechanics and revisiting the spawn maps to polish up the experience. I'm so excited for fishing, too. Something about fishing mechanics in games that always gets me. I played Final Fantasy and oh man, what was that Amazon game called? New World? I did a lot of fishing in New World and in those games. I love fishing in games. I don't know why. It's kind of relaxing. Just throw on some YouTube videos and do some fishing. So the bestiary has also received a UX pass. We've iterated the UI while adding extra features for players. Pretty cool. Finally, we've been testing our Steam trading cards and Steam development environment, along setting up the achievements and localization. I'm excited for a bunch of achievements and all that stuff. It's gonna be fun, and the trading cards. So the changelog. So this is the changelog for everything that's being added. We'll go through it a bit here. So new content, so they're upping grenade damage, explosive damage triggers a radial damage event in the code, incorporating player stats, talents, equipment for explosive damage stat increases rather than relying on blueprint flat value damage payloads. Added a new stat for explosive damage radius, which controls the spread of the explosion. I think that's good for like realism. All manner of explosives aren't going to have the same radius, so I think that's pretty cool, right? I mean, I like the idea for adding strategy to mechanics, right? If you need something that's a wider range, maybe you're going to use a grenade, right? Or the explosive arrow. But if you're trying to like focus in a small area of explosions, like I said, if you're protecting a a scanner or what a radar. I wonder if those would damage the radar though. But yeah, I like that they're adding strategy, that kind of stuff. Adding grenade as a projectile type, so its explosive damage can be scaled based on player talents after the shift from explosive damage to code rather than the payload blueprint. So adjusting the damage function library to take into account the new functionality of explosive damage type. Added explosive damage stats to the different explosive damage types so that they can be clearly seen in pop-ups and used for damage calculation. Payloads are now past the projectile damage stat container for any required cosmetic effects. Added explosive shotgun shells and ballistic setup icons. Added the slug shotgun. Added pistol incendiary rounds. That's so cool, incendiary rounds. Like, added pistol explosive rounds. Unify meshable entities for ammo to use single ammo box entity instead of duplicating necessarily. Added partial implementation of armor piercing pistol rounds and rifle rounds. Added additional supporting effects for new ammo types. They update, I mean, I don't really want to read through all of this. I think I've gone through most of the important stuff. If you guys want, check the description down below. I'll leave a link to this. I'm sure you've seen it on your Steam, but if not, click the link and you guys can read this as well too. They also released a couple of fixes. So they updated the warm and cozy description to match current effects. They fixed redirectors and deleted video FX assets, decreased opacity and count of the motes effect in the forest slightly based on community feedback. Not sure what that means. Updated some insurance claim, prospect select, server browser, and chat menu options to correctly use translatable strings. So I think, you know, for non-English translations, I would imagine. Added low.ms to the server provider list, fixed a crash caused by accolade trackers that are locked behind content flags, and fixed reloading a completed mission causing mission to restart. Cool. And then future content. I think this is all stuff that's going to be added in the Galileo, or maybe updates that happened prior to that. So yeah, a lot of good stuff in this week's update. I'm excited. Explosive ammo, that is so cool. I think that's like super awesome. Just look at this bear or whatever it is getting exploded. Pretty good. All right, everybody. Well, I think we've covered everything there is to cover for this week 72's update. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think of this week's update. Are you as excited about the explosive ammo as I am? I think it's all pretty cool stuff. Pretty cool changes that they're adding. I do have to admit that I am a little disappointed when I read, you know, the new updates that don't have performance fixes in them. I wish they would spend a little bit of time fixing the performance just for a month. Like, do us a favor, do us a solid. But these are all good things that are coming. I'm super excited for it. It's all good stuff. But also, if you're not subscribed, please smash that subscribe button. It helps the channel out a bunch. You're also going to get notifications on when I go live. So definitely, if you do see me pop up and I go live, I stream like 1, 2, sometimes even 3 times a week. Hop in, have a chat. It's always a good time. I mean, the streams, you know, are usually pretty empty, but we're kind of getting more and more people in there, so it is fun. Anyways, everybody, I hope you enjoyed the video. Like I said, like, comment, all that good stuff. Everybody, I hope you have a good night. All right, peace.